Yo guys, welcome back to another video on our channel, and today we're taking a look at the secret shotgun in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and we're going to be pack-a-punching it, and if it is capable, we're going to try and defeat a Mega Abomination. But you might be thinking, why would it not be capable of it if you can pack-a-punch it and it's a shotgun within the game? And the reason for this is, if we do inspect the gun, as you can see in the underbarrel, there is a shotgun attachment, and my concern is with this, as you can see, it's going to one-shot zombies like a normal shotgun would in the tier 1 zone from up close, especially with headshots. But as you can see, it only comes with about 20 bullets in the magazine, which really isn't ideal. And I'm going to test if we can actually pick ammo up from zombies. Like this bit of ammo here, if we pick this up, as you can see, it didn't go towards the shotgun ammo on the gun, which is a little bit frustrating because it means every time we want to reload this or we run out of ammo, every time we want more ammo for this thing, we are going to have to head to an ammo crate, which are scattered around the map. But that's not too ideal because, of course, if I'm fighting Mega Abomination or I'm fighting some of the bigger zombies, I don't want to be running around trying to find ammo crates whilst in the middle of these big fights. And as you can see, again, the ammo stuff just doesn't go towards this shotgun, which is why it's probably not going to work against the Mega Abomination. But that does not mean we are not going to be trying it out and trying it against some bounties. And then also going through pack-a-punching it, upgrading the rarity of it, and just seeing how good this thing really can be once we do pack-a-punch it and up the rarity of the gun. Because I've got a feeling it's going to be pretty solid. However, just like the flamethrower attachment, you can't get more ammo from this unless you do actually visit an ammo crate in-game, which is slightly frustrating. We're going to see how we can get on with this and just how well it will work. So step one is, of course, trying to get this thing pack-a-punched and upgrading the rarity. And then we can start testing it to see how good this thing really can be once we have gone through the ranks with it as well. But before we do any of that, guys, if you are new around it, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications turn on if you do enjoy today's video, and be sure to leave a like if you do enjoy it. Had some really good feedback on the last two zombies videos I have done like this, where we do just go ahead and we try out a different gun, we pack-a-punch it and all of that sort of stuff, and then give it its sort of good tests. And you guys have seemed to have really been enjoying it. They've both done really well on views. You know, there's been good like ratios on them. You guys have been leaving good feedback in the comments as well, so I do really appreciate everyone that is taking time out of their day to go ahead and leave a like and comment on the video as well, because I do really appreciate it. And also the tips you guys are leaving me in the comments do really help me out as well, so I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm going to go ahead and complete a couple of contracts, get this thing pack-a-punched, and just see what it can do. So I also just picked up some ammo. I think I had 3 ammo in my thing, and I've just went and picked one of those ammo crates up, and I've only got 4 more bullets for it, so I don't even get the full thing replenished. It is literally only going to be a couple of bullets that we do get, which is why it's going to make it very difficult to take against a Mega Abomination. But we're still going to test it against the tier 2 zombies and things like that, and just see how good this thing really is going to be. So we put out the shotgun. Tier 2 zombie with full health is going to be a 1-shot, 2-shot. It's not looking strong already. I mean, obviously it's not pack-a-punch. The rarity hasn't been upgraded at all. So, you know, we do sort of need to do that to actually be viable against the stronger zombies. So we're going to do that now. I'll complete some contracts, get some money together, pack-a-punch it, and see what we're working with. Okay, so we've just pack-a-punched this bad boy, and now we're going to see what it can do against a tier 2 zombie this time round, see if it's going to do any more damage than it did last time. You saw it took a lot of bullets in the last time without it being pack-a-punched, so now let's see with it being pack-a-punched. So it's going to be a 2-shot against an armor and a 1-shot against a normal zombie, so it's pretty solid so far. It does actually, as you can see, upgrade with pack-a-punches and upgrading the rarity of the gun and stuff like that. So our main objective is to go through, loot as much as we can, get as much money together as we can, get this thing all the way up to the max pack-a-punch, take it into the tier 3 zone, and just see if it can do any sort of damage to a Mega Abomination or anything in the tier 3 zone. So already, one thing I will say is this doesn't seem like the most viable option to run in-game, of course, because it doesn't carry that much ammo. However, if you're using a gun that can have this as an underbarrel attachment, it can be very, very useful. And the reason for that is if you do end up running out of ammo and you've got a lot of zombies around you, you can quite simply just switch to and then just shoot your opponents with 4 extra bullets, which is going to make it much, much easier to actually get out of situations. And with how strong this shotgun does seem to be, it should actually make this much easier, and it should also be very viable to have as a secondary option rather than pulling out your secondary. Okay, so we've now got enough cash to pack-a-punch it to tier 2, and as you can see, we have got it up to a rare rarity. So we've managed to get the rarity up a little bit just from a tool that I found throughout doing some contracts. And then, of course, we've got some cash together to be able to go and pack-a-punch this thing up to level 2. And then we can finally see what it does do at tier 2 pack-a-punch and see if it is going to absolutely start melting. Especially in the tier 2 zone, it was one-shotting anyway. So we need to sort of test this in the tier 3 zone already, which is kind of crazy to say I'm going to go into tier 3 with a tier 2 pack-a-punch, because normally I like to be nice and prepared and have a tier 3 pack-a-punch. But I don't think we're going to get the cash together that quick, so I think we might just run into the tier 3 zone and see how we do get on with this in the tier 3 zone without any other more upgrades. And again, like I said, I would try and take something on like a Mega Abomination in a normal situation where I've got a different gun, which carries a normal amount of ammo. But the fact that this carries a maximum of 20 bullets is going to be quite difficult to take out a Mega Abomination with this gun, simply because it's just not going to do enough damage. And then I'm just using the Holger. Like, there's no real challenge using the shotgun part if I'm just using the Holger for the majority of the fight. So I'm not going to bother, because I know I'm not going to be able to kill it within that minimum amount of bullets. I'll try and find one and see what sort of damage it does do if I can find one on the edge of the zone, and just see how much damage it would do against a Mega Abomination. Sure, we can try it out, but if it looks like it's going to take a long time and a way more than 20 bullets, I just won't bother doing it, because it's going to take me way too long and I'm just not going to be able to manage it. But yeah, like I said, in a normal situation, if I was using a different gun, as you guys have seen from my previous videos, I would actually try and take out the entire Mega Abomination and just take it into a tier 3, try and do some bounties and things like that and take out some high value targets. But unfortunately, with this gun, I just don't think it is going to be possible due to the lack of ammo that it does hold. And unfortunately, I just don't have time today while I'm recording this to try and get this thing to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. I've got no friends that are going to get on and help me actually complete some contracts quickly just to be able to go and get this thing up to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. And I don't have any crystals left from the previous videos that I've recorded. So we might simply just have to actually firm it at tier 2 Pack-a-Punch and just see what it can do at tier 2 in like the tier 3 zone. And again, we'll try it against the Mega Abomination and just see the sort of damage it does. And we'll have to gauge it from there. I do apologize. It might seem a little bit half-assed from me. And I do understand that if you guys do think that, but unfortunately I've just got a really busy day. I've got to go out. We're coming up to the Christmas period. Well, we'll be like 2 days away from Christmas, 3 days away from Christmas. So I'm kind of just need to get a lot of stuff done. So unfortunately I haven't got hours and hours to sit here like I normally would to play 3 to 4 games of zombies, get myself prepared. But against a tier 3, oh, it's going to be a 2-shot against a tier 3 zombie, which does actually sort of tell me against a tier 3 zombie, that tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, this thing legit might be a 1-shot against tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, tier 3 zombies, sorry. So there's a lot of potential with this shotgun, and like I said, if you're just running it as a secondary for when you get in a situation like this, you run out of ammo, and then you can just pull it out to start actually killing zombies, this could genuinely be a very viable option. And if you can put it on your gun, you might as well chuck it on there, because it definitely is powerful. And once your gun's Pack-a-Punch, and if you're in the tier 3 zone and things like that, you're going to be doing the damage you want to be doing, which is amazing. I didn't quite expect it to be as powerful as it is in the tier 3 zone. And at tier 2, I thought, okay, maybe at tier 2 we're still getting 1-shots, but when we get to tier 3, I'm pretty convinced at that point we was going to be just getting like 1-shot, 2-shot kills, maybe 3-shot kills. But as it does seem, if we actually get this tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, which like I said, I don't think I'm going to have time to do in this game. I will try my best, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do it. But if we did manage to do it, it looks like it would be a 1-shot kill in the tier 3 zone, which is absolutely crazy, considering this is just a little secret attachment that not many people know about. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a bounty contract. We've got a few bullets. We've not got full bullets. Again, like I said, it's just difficult to get full bullets on this, because you only get 4 bullets every time you do go to an armor crate, which then makes it very difficult to actually fill up on ammo the entire time, unless you're constantly looking out for ammo crates every time you go near one, which is what I'm trying to do, but there's just not that many of them scattered around to actually be able to refill your ammo. So we've got 15 bullets to try and take out whatever we do against the bounty. So we've got a mangler. Let's see what sort of damage in a tier 2 zone, a tier 2 Pack-a-Punch underbarrel shotgun is going to do against a mangler, high value target, which of course will have more health than a standard mangler. So we'll see how we get on and what this thing can actually do. Okay, so we're rolling up on the mangler. Let's pull the shotgun out. The shotgun is now out and available to be used. Here is the mangler. Let's see. Yeah, it's not doing crazy damage, if I'm honest. It's not doing as much damage as I was hoping it would do. Let me try and take out a lot of the zombies without really doing too much damage to the mangler, using the actual gun itself. So then we don't run out of ammo whilst we're trying to take down the Holger. Sorry, the mangler. This is kind of a frustrating attachment to use, because of the fact, like I said, you are in a situation where you've only got a few bullets to be able to use in every magazine. And of course, if you run out, you can't pick the ammo up, which is what makes it much harder to do this. However, that max ammo is going to help out a lot. So let's try and get into this mangler real quick. Do some shots on him. Avoid that. My teammates look like they're rolling up. But again, it's just not done crazy damage. Even in that situation, it just didn't do too much damage. So max ammo does refill it, which is good to know. But yeah, it's not doing crazy damage against the boss, which is kind of making me think, if I did have the ammo to take this against the Mega Abomination, would it have done the damage that I was hoping? Probably not. I don't imagine it would have, which is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, it wasn't quite as good as I thought it was going to be. But again, I'm going to try and tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it within this game if I can. We've not got too much longer left, but I'm trying to do as many contracts as I possibly can to be able to complete this and just get it done. Okay, guys, so conveniently enough, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I do actually have enough to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch this thing, meaning we can try it out in the tier 3 zone within a couple of minutes of the game left, which is great because that's exactly what I wanted to do. Just didn't know if I'd be able to get time to do it all in one game, but luckily, I've managed to get it all done in one game, and we can actually try this thing in the tier 3 zone and have it Pack-a-Punched in tier 3 as well. So, hopefully, this is going to live up to the expectations, and it is going to be a one-shot in the tier 3 zone, which we'll be able to check right now. A couple zombies in front of us. Let's run up to him. Armored zombie. Instead of two-shot. Yeah, instead of two-shot against the armored. So the tier 3 and tier 2 Pack-a-Punch don't seem to make too much of a difference, unfortunately, which I thought they might. But they just don't. I'm not too sure why they don't. Okay, so that was a one-shot. Maybe if we're a lot closer, it's a one-shot. And then if we are further away, it's going to be a two-shot. So that might be how that works here. Again, I'm going to try to use all my ammo up. Because if we do find a Mega Abomination, I would like to actually be able to use some shotgun bullets against it. And just see if it does any damage. I can't imagine it's going to do crazy damage. But it might do a little bit of damage. And we'll just have to find out.
Win Red Worm. Join.
Right, so as you can hear, this guy is actually saying that he wants to do against the Red Worm. So I'm going to join his squad. I mean, we're not in any way set up to do the Red Worm at all. But we're going to go for it. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it because why not? This vehicle is out of ammo.
Doing the Red Worm.
Or out of ammo, out of health. And I haven't got Jug.
It was only 2 of us.
I've hardly got plates. It's really not going. It's really not going too well. At all. But we're going to see if we go and do the Red Worm with these guys and see if it actually works or not. So in no shape or form am I set up to be fighting against the Red Worm, and that was never part of today's plan. But we've got a full 5-man. You know, these boys seem prepared for it. They're up for it. So if they're up for it, we're going to do it. Right, so unfortunately the problem is these guys have got no idea what they're doing. They say they're ready to do it. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't got all the stuff necessary to actually do it. They don't know how they're doing it. So we're not going to run that. I'm just going to go back into the tier 3 zone, test it out a little bit more. And I've literally got to leave to go and get a haircut in about 5 minutes. So it's going to run around in the tier 3 zone, see what we can do in the tier 3 zone real quick. And then I am going to actually have to go and get my haircut. So unfortunately, this is going to be near the end of the video. But again, we're going to carry on trying out in tier 3 before I do have to go. We've got a couple bullets. I want to try and find maybe a mimic, maybe something like that, and just see what we can do against a tier 3 boss rather than just running around against normal zombies and see how quickly we can take one of those out. But I'm going to run around and see if I can find anything. If I go down, I go down. I'm not too stressed about the stuff that I'm losing, if I'm totally honest, because I don't really have that much anyway. So we're just going to keep running, see if we can find something. Hopefully something spawns in somewhere. I mean, it's not looking too promising right now, if I'm totally honest. We are sort of running into the tier 3, but nothing seems to be popping up that we do want to be taking out. So hopefully we do end up seeing something like a mimic or a mangler or something along those lines. And now I'm getting packet burst, which is great when you're running around in the tier 3 zone on your own. That's exactly what you want to be seeing. That is it. Okay, so here we go. We've got a mangler in front of us. Let's try and see. All right, so it's not too bad. Let's try and take out a bunch of these zombies. That wasn't part of the plan at all. So it took the mangler out. That destroyed the mangler that I wanted to kill. Which hasn't really made my life much easier. I did want to shoot it with a shotgun, but you could see it did a decent bit of damage. It wasn't too bad. I actually need to get out of here because I'm going to end up going down, and I just want to keep the stuff that I've got. Again, this isn't going to be useful for taking down a Mega Abomination, and I've gone down because I said I wasn't going to fight, but I ended up fighting. But yeah, it's not going to be good enough to take down a Mega Abomination, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to smash thumbs up. Let me know which other guns you want to see me do this sort of things with in the comments below. If you have enjoyed the video, smash thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. I'll catch you on the next one in a bit. Peace.